If you could get this much done in a single day, imagine what you can do with a week, a semester, a year. I'm Ram. I'm in my third year of computer science here at TMU. Being a first year university student, you just got off high school and you don't know what's going to come your way. So it's all, you're excited, you're nervous, you don't know what's happening, you are excited to go to your first class, orientation is happening, all that. So it's a mix of emotions. I'd say try to take it all in. You're not going to get your first year back. So live it to the fullest and enjoy. In your first week of classes, you're like, oh, this semester we are going to get this done, we are going to get this GPA, all that. So you're full of energy, you just got out of break, so you're motivated. As we approach reading week break, that's when your motivation slowly starts to drop because you've been through half of your classes, you've been through assignments, and maybe you even gave some of your midterms. So your motivation slowly starts dropping, but in the reading week break, take a moment to reflect on what the goals you set for yourself are in the beginning of the semester. Take some time off, rest, enjoy, and then when you're back after reading week, you can have all the energy back. The biggest difference between university studying and high school studying is that in high school you're told every day what to do and what to complete, whereas in university you're not told what to do when. So the biggest thing would be in university is for you to figure out when you need to do what, and for you to come up with your own time management skills and your own schedules and like your own to-do lists. Once you figure that out, I feel like university would just go by in a breeze. It's just that figuring out how you learn better, what helps you learn better, and everybody has their own way of learning. So spend your first year exploring all the different kind of techniques to learn and figure out what works best for you. Once you figure that out, it should be easy. One thing I wish that I knew in my first year is all the resources on campus. TMU provides us with almost everything that you could think of. It's just that you need to know where to find it. If I knew all the services that TMU offers in my first year would have been a lot easier. In orientation, you can find all the resources just available for you. Be sure to check out all of them and use them. Don't feel shy to ask for help. That is one more thing you will learn in your university life. Asking for help is never a bad thing. The first thing that comes to my mind when I think of a good student is good time management skills. You decide when you want to do what. So good time management and goal setting is what you need to be the best student version of yourself, because you have all the time on the planet. You just need to figure out how you're going to use it and to what goals you're working towards. So once you have those two figured out, you should be good. When you think of how to get motivated, the first thing you should think of is why you chose this program, what decisions you took to and get to where you are. So always think of what are the reasons that you chose your programs and think of all the things you've accomplished so far. For example, getting to uni, getting selected, getting into your program. And if you're a higher year student, you've been through few years of uni already. So like, you know you're good at this and you know you like this, that is why you are in your program. So that is a really good source to look for motivation. Some people work better in teams. So like study with your friends, see what they are up to, and that kind of gives you motivation as to like, if your friend is doing a certification, try that certification. If it's related to your program, maybe it'll help you motivate even more. Maybe it'll make you want to learn more about your program. Having a long-term goal is really important because though you're motivated, you want to know what your end goal is essentially. And when you're in university, your end goal would kind of be the long-term goal you set for your university life. Your long-term goal in university could be graduating with a distinction or like graduating at the top of the class. And not just setting a long-term goal, also remember to set short-term goals for yourself so that it's not just one goal and you're kind of blindly running at it. You have checkpoints, which are your short-term goals. So every time you accomplish a short-term goal, you are one step closer to your long-term goal. This would also be a good source of motivation. TMU provides a lot of opportunities, so I wanted to take a full advantage of that. Some of my long-term goals include that I want to be involved with at least 2 clubs, not just in a director position, but in an executive position. Given that we already have a lot of on-campus jobs, I wanted to be able to gain as much experience as I can, not just in my field, but also like in other fields. So one more long-term goal I had is to like work on campus and gain as much experience as I can. In order to get there, my short-term goals were every semester I need to complete a new certification, one related to my program and one not related to my program, so that I'm not just focusing on my program in a way. I'm also gaining other experiences. Every semester, one of my goals is to like complete one certification related to computer science and one something else, personality development, leadership, any other thing. These are the goals that I set for myself every single semester, and these kind of keep repeating. Some other things are like completing new books, maybe some personality development books or like leadership books. Those would be my short-term goals, which would eventually lead me to successfully achieving my long-term goals in a way.
As you work towards some of these goals, have you encountered failures or setbacks?
Yeah, for sure, because it's just because we have a goal doesn't mean we'll achieve all of them. End of the day, the only thing you need to remember is that just because you've missed one of the step of it doesn't mean you need to give up your entire goal. Learn from the mistake, what went wrong, what could have been done, and what could have been done to prevent it. And I'm pretty sure you've had some successful goals that you achieved. Draw from that knowledge, that combined with your knowledge of what could go wrong when you're working towards your goals. Put these two together to achieve your goals next time even better. Before you knew how things could go right, now you also know what could go wrong and how it will go wrong. You can prevent it from happening with using all of this knowledge. A growth mindset essentially means that you should believe that knowledge is not something everybody is born with. It's a continuous process of learning, whether it be about knowledge or skills, anything. You're not born with it essentially. It's a process of growth. So every day you learn a new thing. So that is a growth for yourself. You can go to a class and the prof could mention something and you learn a new thing. So it's always building on your skill set and learning more knowledge and trying to expand your skill set and knowledge. That is part of the growth mindset. You're trying to achieve your goals while learning more things. So that could also motivate you more to achieve your goals. Grit is, the way I would define grit is courage. For example, you had a goal for yourself and you weren't able to achieve it. Grit is all about learning from that mistake and moving forward rather than getting stuck up on one mistake that you made. So you could combine grit with the growth mindset. Essentially, you get the courage to start new, whether it be from where you left off or even from the beginning. It's the courage you need to have to step forward. Team U's slogan being made of grit, that really allows us to actually follow it, because TMU provides us a lot of opportunities, whether we are starting from beginning or we are picking up from where we left off. If you want to set goals which are actually achievable, this is how you go about it. You set your goals using the SMART goals method, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. You need to be as specific with your goal as possible, trying to narrow it down to the minute details, and your goal should be measurable. You can't just say something really vague, because you can't measure your rate of success. Over time, you'll lose the motivation to achieve that goal. It should also be achievable. You can't say something that you can't achieve with the resources you have. So your goal should be achievable with the current resources you have, and it should be realistic and time bound. It is important to have a time limit for a goal so that you keep working towards it to the best of your abilities. So rather than saying like, oh, I want to graduate with a distinction, you can say something like, by the end of this semester, I want to improve my CGPA by this specific point. So this would give you a measurable success. You can measure your success essentially whether you're able to achieve your goal by 100%, 90%. And it's also time bound, so it will motivate you to work towards your goal. Some of the ways you can imagine your future goals could be get a friend who you like talking to and like bounce off ideas. And sometimes they might suggest something that you haven't thought of, which would really help you. I write a letter to my future self. I do this for every semester. Beginning of the semester, I write a letter to my future self with all the goals I have for the semester. So when you are writing it down, it makes it feel real. So you chase for that feeling of that being real throughout your semester, so that keeps you going. So that could be one thing. If you like journaling, you could do that, or mood boards, vision boards, anything that works for you. If it works for you, it works for you. So end of the day, you need to remember that these are what would lead you towards your goal. Take your time writing it down, figuring them out, whether it be a week or 2 weeks. Spend good time, think about it, talk to others, see if they have any suggestions. And once you have them, try doing like a progress check every week so that you're still on track of things, and that would help you reach your end goal faster. If you get a grade that's lower than what you expected from that, it's not the end of the world. Firstly, that is the one thing you need to know, that is not the end of the world. It's just a grade. One thing that is important is that rather than being in the thought process of, oh, I got a lower grade, think about why you got a lower grade. Like maybe it's a specific topic that you got a lower grade on, or like a specific question. So think about that and start working on those so that in your next assignment you can get higher grades. The profs are always happy to help, and it's always about learning from your mistakes. So rather than getting stuck up on that, try learning why it happened and what could be done to avoid it. Just know that you need not get 100% in everything, because honestly, if you're just getting 100% in everything, it just means that you're not challenging yourself enough. Maybe look into a goal which would challenge you better. It is really important that you set goals for individual study sessions, because these are going to be short, maybe an hour or so, but it is really easy to get lost on the track. So set individual goals for every single study session. Let's say you're sitting down to study for your math course. The goals could be like, this topic from textbook, this page number to this page number, I'm going to read that, and then I'm going to go through these slides and I'm going to try and solve these questions. The happiness you get from completing a goal, you have that, and you're also done with what you actually wanted to study. Because you had this specific goal is just for these 2 to 3 hours, it will keep you motivated and focused on that. It will help you focus better and prevent other distractions. I wasn't always a good student, especially in my first year of university. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what to do. I thought time management was like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. But something I've learned is that, yeah, you need to get things done, but it is also important to take breaks between that and give yourself time to relax. I would say after learning those, I became a better student. I'm still not the best student out there. I'm in the process, but I'm a better version than how I started. There's still a lot more to learn, and I'm just in my third year. I still have one more year of school. It's always about learning. And that is one more thing I feel like would make you a better student, is that you should always be open to new experiences and new learning opportunities, essentially. Those might not always be your choice of comfort. It could be really uncomfortable sometimes learning some things and gaining experience, but it is only when you put yourself through these situations is when you truly grow as a student and as a person. To incorporate goal setting into your day-to-day life, it need not be a huge thing. For your long and short-term goals, yeah, it takes some time to set them and it takes some time to sort out the logistics. But from day to day, it need not be that complicated. You just be like, today I need to get groceries. I need to go to this lab. I need to complete this assignment, or not even complete the entire assignment. I need to find out sources so that I can use it for my essay. So that every day you have something to work towards, and end of the day, it's the satisfaction that you get by completing these. And you also know what you didn't do so that you won't forget it for the next day. Personally, me, if I think I should do something today and I don't end up doing it, I'll probably forget it tomorrow. So it's good to write them down somewhere. You're not only staying on top of things, end of the day, if you look back, you can see what all you've accomplished in that one day, and that would give you enough motivation. If you could get this much done in a single day, imagine what you can do with a week, a semester, a year.